The 33rd degree knowledge reveals secrets once guarded by ancient masters, now calling to those ready to awaken. As you listen, you'll learn to wield the creative force of the universe and uncover the path to ultimate self-mastery. This wisdom was meant for you. 33rd degree knowledge. Prologue. Throughout the ages, whispers of sacred knowledge have echoed through time, passed down by those who understood the deepest mysteries of existence. Within these pages lies wisdom that transcends centuries, teachings that reveal the true nature of reality and your place within it. The ancient ones spoke of the 33rd degree knowledge, not as mere information to be learned, but as a living force that transforms those who embrace it. This knowledge represents the highest understanding of universal laws, the sacred principles that govern all of creation. Just as a master craftsman shapes raw materials into works of beauty, these teachings will help you shape the very fabric of your reality. You stand now at the threshold of revelation. The universe has guided you to this moment, this crossing point between what was and what could be. The wisdom contained here has been guarded through generations, preserved by those who recognized its power to awaken humanity's dormant potential. The 33rd degree knowledge speaks to the fundamental truth that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are one with it. This understanding opens doorways to manifestation that most believe impossible, yet these possibilities have always existed, waiting to be recognized by those ready to receive them. As you journey through these teachings, you will discover that the power to shape your destiny has always resided within you. Like a master key that unlocks all doors, this wisdom reveals how to align yourself with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos. The time has come to step into your divine inheritance. These teachings will illuminate the path to mastery over your life circumstances, showing you how to transmute limiting beliefs into unlimited potential. The ancient ones knew these secrets. Now they call to you, inviting you to claim your rightful place among those who understand the true nature of reality. Take this first step. Open your consciousness to the infinite possibilities that await. The journey of transformation begins now. Part 1. The Awakening of Inner Power. Chapter 1. The First Glimpse. In the ancient city of Kashar, a young apprentice named Thomas discovered a concealed entrance behind a weathered tapestry. Following the flickering light of his lamp, he descended worn stone steps into a vast chamber filled with scrolls and manuscripts. Despite warnings to avoid this forbidden archive, something pulled him forward. As Thomas unrolled the first scroll, golden symbols seemed to dance before his eyes. Night after night he returned, absorbing wisdom that challenged everything he believed. The text spoke not of complex rituals or arcane formulas, but of simple truths that had always surrounded him: the power of a smile, the rhythm of breath, the space between thoughts. These ordinary moments held extraordinary significance. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. Its greatest mysteries lie not in distant temples or sacred mountains, but in the quiet moments of daily life. Each breath carries wisdom, each sunset holds revelation, and every interaction contains seeds of understanding. When you learn to see with new eyes, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. The universe has woven its truths into the fabric of existence itself, waiting for those who pause long enough to notice. These secrets require no special knowledge or mystical initiation, only the willingness to observe with wonder. In the kingdom of Meridia lived a wise woman named Amara, who wandered from village to village. When brought before the troubled emperor, she offered not complex solutions, but simple words. Watch the morning dew. Confused but intrigued, the emperor spent each dawn observing dewdrops forming on leaves. Gradually, he noticed how they gathered, grew, and fell in perfect timing. He saw this same pattern reflected in his kingdom, cycles of growth, fullness, and release. By understanding this natural rhythm, he learned to govern with wisdom and harmony. His kingdom flourished not through force, but through alignment with natural laws. Like the emperor, you too are surrounded by living wisdom. Each moment contains teachings about the nature of reality and your place within it. The way water flows around obstacles shows the path of least resistance. The oak tree demonstrates how strength comes from deep roots. Even the changing seasons reveal truths about cycles of transformation. Begin now to unveil these hidden teachings in your own life. Each evening, find a quiet space and close your eyes. Let your mind drift back through the day's events. Notice moments that caught your attention. Perhaps the way sunlight filtered through leaves or how a stranger's kindness shifted your mood. Write these observations in a journal, not analyzing but simply recording what you noticed. As you practice this daily reflection, patterns will emerge like constellations appearing in the night sky. These patterns are the universe's whispered teachings, revealing profound truths through simple experiences. What seems random at first gradually takes on deeper meaning. A chance encounter becomes destiny's gentle nudge. A moment of frustration transforms into a lesson in patience. Your journal becomes a record of discovery, each entry a step toward deeper understanding, each observation a thread in the tapestry of universal wisdom unfolding before you. Chapter 2. The Universal Code of Creation. In a village nestled among ancient mountains lived a craftsman named Ravi, whose hands shaped metal into patterns that seemed to pulse with life. Each piece he created contained spirals that mirrored the shape of galaxies, geometric forms that echoed the structure of crystals, and flowing lines that resembled rivers viewed from great heights. Travelers came from distant lands to marvel at his work, but few understood the true significance of his designs. One day, a wise woman paused before a particularly intricate piece and smiled. "You have captured the language of creation itself," she said. Ravi nodded, explaining how each curve and angle reflected the invisible laws that governed all of existence. These universal laws flow through every aspect of creation, from the smallest atom to the largest star. Like rivers following their natural course to the sea, these principles guide the flow of life itself. The law of cause and effect ensures that every action creates a corresponding reaction, rippling through the fabric of reality. The law of correspondence reveals how patterns repeat themselves across all scales of existence. The law of vibration shows how everything moves in its own unique rhythm, creating harmony or discord. Understanding these laws transforms your relationship with reality. Each thought you think, each word you speak, each action you take sets in motion forces that shape your experience. These are not mere philosophical concepts, but living principles that orchestrate the dance of creation. In the vast desert wastes, a nomad named Karim learned to navigate by watching the stars. Night after night, he observed their movement across the heavens until he recognized that the same patterns guided everything: the migration of birds, the blooming of desert flowers, the formation of dunes. The stars became more than points of light. They became a map of universal principles. One night, lost in a sandstorm, Karim remembered the predictable patterns he had observed. Just as the stars moved in perfect sequence, he realized the storm would follow natural laws. By understanding these principles, he found his way to safety, guided by the same forces that guided the stars. Like Kareem, you navigate through life guided by these eternal laws. When you align your actions with these principles, you move in harmony with the universe itself. Your manifestations flow naturally, like water following its course to the sea. For the next 7 days, choose one universal law, perhaps the law of cause and effect, or the law of reciprocity. Observe how it operates in your daily experience, watching its subtle influence in even the smallest moments. Notice how each kind word creates ripples of goodwill, how each moment of gratitude attracts more reasons to be thankful. Watch how a gentle smile offered to a stranger returns to you threefold, or how a moment of patience transforms a difficult situation into an opportunity for growth. Record these observations in detail, noting how this law influences every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your work to your inner peace. Through this practice, you begin to see the invisible architecture that shapes all creation, understanding that you too are a master builder in this grand universal design. Let each discovery deepen your awareness of these timeless principles that govern all manifestation. Chapter 3. The Power Within Your Mind. In a remote mountain monastery, there lived a monk named Chen who spent years in meditation, seeking to understand the true nature of reality. Each morning he would sit before a massive boulder that blocked the monastery's path to the valley below. The other monks accepted the boulder's presence, walking the longer road around it, but Chen saw it differently. Day after day, Chen sat in contemplation, understanding that the boulder existed first in thought before manifesting in physical form. He realized that just as thoughts had brought the boulder into being, thoughts could also move it. Through unwavering focus and absolute conviction, Chen shaped his consciousness until the distinction between thought and reality dissolved. One morning, as naturally as water flows downhill, the boulder shifted, creating a clear path to the valley. Your thoughts possess this same creative power. Each thought you hold shapes the fabric of your experience, molding reality like a potter shapes clay. When you understand this truth, you recognize that your mind is the architect of your circumstances. Every achievement, every manifestation, begins as a single thought, nurtured by intention and unwavering focus. In a distant village lived a farmer named Shen, whose fields yielded meager harvests year after year. Despite working from dawn until dusk, his crops remained sparse while his neighbors' fields flourished. One night in a dream, a wise elder appeared and told him, "Your harvest grows from the seeds in your mind before it grows from the seeds in your soil." Awakening, Shen understood. He had planted doubt, worry, and scarcity in his thoughts, and these were the crops he reaped. With this wisdom, he began cultivating new thoughts of abundance, visualizing his fields heavy with grain. As his mindset shifted, so too did his reality. The next harvest proved the most bountiful the village had ever seen. Like Shen's fields, your life reflects the thoughts you nurture. When you shift your inner landscape, your outer world transforms in response. Each thought carries the power to create or destroy, to nurture or diminish, to manifest or dissolve. As you move through your days, dedicate 5 minutes each morning to sitting in perfect stillness. Choose one desire you wish to manifest. See it not as a future possibility, but as a present reality. Experience the joy, gratitude, and fulfillment of your manifestation as if it exists now. Feel it with every sense, making it as real in your mind as the ground beneath your feet. This practice plants the seeds of manifestation in the fertile soil of consciousness. Chapter 4. The Symphony of Vibration. In the valleys of an ancient kingdom lived a musician named Ravi, who played an instrument crafted from sacred wood. His melodies carried a power unlike any other. When he played, flowers would turn toward his music, birds would harmonize with his tune, and even the wind seemed to dance to his rhythm. Yet Ravi's greatest gift wasn't his musical talent, but his understanding that every element of creation resonated at its own unique frequency. Like ripples in a pond, everything in existence vibrates with its own signature energy. Your thoughts, emotions, and desires each emit distinct frequencies that ripple outward into the universe. These vibrations attract experiences that match their energy, drawing toward you circumstances that align with your inner state. Just as a tuning fork resonates with its matching frequency, you naturally attract situations, people, and opportunities that vibrate in harmony with your dominant thoughts and feelings. When you maintain a frequency of joy, abundance flows effortlessly. When fear or doubt cloud your vibration, challenges multiply accordingly. Along a treacherous coastline stood a lighthouse tended by an old keeper named Thomas. Night after night, he maintained the light's steady beam through violent storms. Ships caught in darkness would find their way to safety, guided by the unwavering frequency of his beacon. One evening, a young apprentice asked Thomas how he kept the light so constant through nature's fury. "The storm may rage," Thomas replied, "but the light must remain true to its own frequency. It is this consistency that saves lives." Like Thomas's lighthouse, your emotional frequency serves as a beacon, attracting experiences that match its signal. When you maintain positive emotional states, joy, gratitude, enthusiasm, you broadcast a frequency that draws similar energies toward you. Your feelings are not merely responses to life, they are creative forces that shape your reality. Begin tracking your vibrational state through a daily journal practice. Each evening, record your dominant emotions and the experiences they attracted. Note moments when you felt particularly aligned and what manifested during those times. Observe how shifts in your emotional frequency correlate with changes in your external circumstances. Through this practice, you'll develop awareness of how your inner vibration creates your outer reality, allowing you to consciously adjust your frequency to attract your desired experiences. Chapter 5. The Compass of the Heart. In the depths of the mystic forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets of the ages, a traveler named Maya found herself lost among shadows and mist. Though maps and compasses failed her, she discovered a peculiar warmth in her chest whenever she turned in certain directions. Following this inner guidance, Maya navigated through dangers unseen, past thorny thickets, and across treacherous ravines, until she reached a clearing bathed in golden light. There, beneath an ancient oak, lay not gold or jewels, but a crystal that pulsed with the same warmth she had felt in her heart. The universe speaks through the language of emotion. Each feeling resonates with a specific frequency, creating a magnetic field that draws experiences into your life. Joy, love, and gratitude are not merely states of being. They are powerful forces of creation that amplify your intentions and accelerate their manifestation. When you align your desires with genuine emotional energy, you create an unstoppable force of attraction. Like a magnet drawn to its opposite pole, your heartfelt intentions pull corresponding circumstances into your reality. This is why mere thinking about what you want often falls short. It is the feeling that ignites the spark of creation. In a distant village lived a healer named Sophia, who struggled to help those who sought her aid. Despite her knowledge of herbs and remedies, her treatments brought little relief. One night in meditation, she realized she had been relying solely on her mind while ignoring the wisdom of her heart. She began to feel deeply for each person who came to her, allowing her heart to guide her hands. Soon, her healing touch became known throughout the land, not for its technique, but for its transformative power. Just as Sophia discovered, your heart holds the key to unlocking your manifestation potential. When you infuse your intentions with authentic emotion, you create a resonance that the universe cannot ignore. Your feelings are the fuel that powers your desires into reality. Create an affirmation that speaks to your deepest aspirations, but don't merely recite it. Feel it with every fiber of your being. Choose words that stir your soul and awaken your heart's longing. Each morning, find a quiet space and repeat your affirmation while allowing yourself to experience the emotions it evokes. Let the feelings wash over you, filling your entire being with their vibration. This practice aligns your emotional frequency with your desires, creating a powerful magnetic force that draws your intentions into physical form. Chapter 6. Reflections of Reality. In an ancient temple there stood a mirror unlike any other. Those who gazed into its crystalline surface saw not their physical form, but the landscape of their thoughts and emotions laid bare. A merchant named Reza approached the mirror, expecting to see his fine clothes and carefully groomed appearance. Instead, he witnessed storms of worry clouding his mind, thorny vines of fear choking his aspirations, and dark shadows of doubt dimming his inner light. Shocked by this revelation, Reza spent days in contemplation, gradually clearing his thoughts and cultivating peace within. When he returned to the mirror, he saw gardens of possibility blooming where wasteland once lay. Your outer world serves as a perfect reflection of your inner state. Every circumstance, relationship, and experience manifests as a mirror, revealing the thoughts and feelings you harbor within. This universal principle operates with unwavering precision. What you see in your life is a direct projection of your consciousness. When you encounter discord in your external reality, look within. The source of any challenge lies not in the circumstances themselves, but in your relationship to them. Your thoughts and emotions create ripples that extend far beyond your awareness, shaping the very fabric of your experience. In a distant valley lived a gardener named Amara who inherited a plot of barren land. Where others saw only dust and stone, she envisioned lush gardens teeming with life. Each morning, she tended the soil with loving attention, speaking words of encouragement to the seemingly lifeless earth. She poured not just water, but her unwavering belief into the ground. Gradually, tiny shoots emerged, then leaves, then flowers. Within a season, her garden became a testament to the power of inner vision made manifest. The transformation of your life begins with the cultivation of your inner garden. Just as Amara nurtured barren soil into abundance, you hold the power to transform any aspect of your reality by first transforming yourself. Your circumstances will shift in harmony with your inner evolution. Take a moment now to identify one recurring challenge in your life. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Ask yourself, what thoughts and feelings within me might be creating or maintaining this situation? Let insights arise naturally, without judgment. Observe any patterns, beliefs, or emotions that surface. This practice of inner reflection reveals the seeds of transformation, allowing you to consciously reshape your reality from within. Chapter 7. Sacred Symbols and Ancient Secrets. In a temple carved from living stone, an apprentice named Kayin traced his fingers along ancient markings that seemed to pulse with hidden meaning. Each symbol held a story, a truth waiting to be unveiled. Night after night he studied the intricate patterns until one evening, As moonlight streamed through the temple windows, the symbols began to speak. A spiral revealed the endless cycle of growth. A triangle whispered of divine harmony, and a circle showed the perfect unity of all things. Through patient observation, Kayin discovered that these symbols were keys unlocking the deeper chambers of understanding within his own mind. Symbols serve as bridges between the visible and invisible realms of existence. They speak directly to your subconscious mind, conveying wisdom that transcends ordinary language. When you encounter a symbol, whether in dreams, nature, or daily life, it carries messages meant specifically for your spiritual growth. These universal symbols exist as archetypal patterns woven into the fabric of creation. The rising sun speaks of new beginnings, flowing water represents the movement of life, and a mountain embodies the heights of achievement. By learning to read these symbols, you access an ancient language that connects you to the wisdom of the ages. In a distant kingdom, there lived a wise king named Talib, who received prophetic dreams filled with symbolic imagery. One night, he dreamed of a golden key floating above his palace. The next day, a mysterious teacher arrived bearing knowledge that transformed his realm. Another dream showed him a withered tree returning to life, forewarning him to nurture his people's spirits before drought struck the land. Through these symbols, Talib learned to read the language of the universe itself. The symbols appearing in your life carry messages meant to guide your path. They may arise in dreams, catch your attention during daily activities, or persist in your thoughts. Each one offers a key to understanding your journey more deeply. Choose a symbol that draws your attention, perhaps a tree, a star, or a particular geometric shape. Find a quiet moment to sit with this symbol in meditation. Allow it to exist in your mind's eye, observing what feelings, memories, or insights it evokes. Write freely about your experience, letting the symbol reveal its meaning through your own inner wisdom. This practice opens channels of understanding between your conscious and subconscious mind, bringing hidden knowledge to light. Chapter 8. The Forgotten Practices of the Ancients. In a remote mountain village beneath the shadows of ancient peaks lived an elder named Jen. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in shades of amber, he would gather the young ones of the village to pass down the sacred ways of their ancestors. Among his students was Maya, whose heart burned with curiosity about the old practices. One morning, Jen shared the most treasured teaching, a simple ritual of awakening. Before the sun rises, he explained, our ancestors would touch the earth with their bare feet, breathe deeply 3 times, and express gratitude for life itself. Through this practice, they maintained harmony with the universal forces. Maya embraced these teachings, discovering that the simplest rituals held the deepest power. Through consistent practice, she found herself more attuned to the natural rhythms of life, more aware of the subtle guidance that surrounded her. The wisdom of ritual lies not in its complexity, but in its consistent application. These practices, passed down through generations, serve as anchors that ground you in universal truth. Each ritual creates a sacred space where your energy aligns with the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. The power of ritual lies in its ability to shift your consciousness from the mundane to the sacred. Through regular practice, you create channels through which universal wisdom can flow more freely into your life. These practices need not be elaborate. Often the simplest actions, performed with awareness and intention, yield the most profound results. In a distant monastery, a seeker named Rumi searched tirelessly through ancient texts for enlightenment. After years of study, he discovered a single phrase, a simple mantra passed down through centuries. I am one with all that is. At first, the words seemed too simple to hold any power, yet as he repeated them each morning while watching the sunrise, something within him began to shift. Peace filled his heart, and clarity illuminated his path. The simple practice transformed his entire being. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey. The most powerful practices are often the most simple. A moment of gratitude upon waking, mindful breathing throughout the day, or a quiet reflection as the sun sets. These rituals create spaces of sacred connection in your daily life. Choose one simple practice to perform each day. It might be touching the earth and expressing gratitude each morning, taking 3 conscious breaths before every meal, or spending a moment in quiet reflection before sleep. Make this practice your sacred anchor, a touchstone that connects you to the deeper currents of life. Even in the busiest moments, let this ritual become as natural as breathing, a gentle reminder of your connection to the infinite. Approach this ritual with reverence, knowing that through consistent practice, you align yourself with the eternal wisdom that flows through all things. Like water wearing away stone, these small daily acts of mindfulness gradually transform your consciousness, opening doorways to profound understanding. Chapter 9. Releasing the Chains of Limitation. In the depths of an ancient fortress, a prisoner named Kairos spent countless days gazing through iron bars. The walls of his cell were adorned with intricate carvings left by those who came before him, symbols of hope, wisdom, and freedom. Each morning, he would trace these patterns with his fingers, searching for meaning in their mysterious designs. One night, as moonlight filtered through his window, Kairos had a revelation. While examining his tattered clothing, he discovered that the key to his cell had been in his pocket all along, sewn into the hem of his garment by someone who cared for his freedom. He had carried the means of his liberation throughout his entire imprisonment, unaware of its presence. The walls you perceive around you are crafted by thoughts accumulated over time. These limiting beliefs, I am not worthy, this is impossible, I don't have what it takes, become the iron bars of your mental prison. Yet within you lies the key to freedom waiting to be discovered. Every thought that crosses your mind either strengthens these walls or begins to dissolve them. The universe has already placed within you everything needed for your liberation. Your task is simply to recognize and embrace this truth. In a distant garden, a magnificent bird lived in a golden cage. Though the cage door remained unlocked, the bird never attempted to fly away, believing itself confined by the gleaming bars. One day, a gentle breeze pushed the door open, and the bird discovered its wings had always been strong enough for flight. In that moment of realization, it soared into the endless sky, understanding that freedom had always been its natural state. Like this bird, you may have accepted limitations that exist only in your mind. Each limiting belief you hold serves as a bar in your self-made cage. Yet the power to transcend these barriers resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged. Take a moment now to examine your thoughts. Identify one belief that has held you back. Perhaps it's doubt about your abilities, fear of the unknown, or a sense of unworthiness. Write this belief down, seeing it clearly for what it is, a thought, not a truth. Now craft an empowering statement that reflects your true nature and potential. Transform "I am not ready" into "I am fully prepared and capable." Replace "I don't deserve success" with "I am worthy of all abundance." Speak this new truth aloud each morning, feeling its resonance in your heart. Through this practice, you begin to unlock the door that has always been within your reach. Remember, liberation starts with recognition. the simple awareness that you hold the key to your own freedom. Chapter 10. Awakening to Infinite Awareness. In the mountains of ancient Tibet, a wise sage named Jen lived in solitude. Though his physical eyes could see perfectly well, he chose to wear a blindfold, puzzling those who sought his counsel. When asked why, he would simply smile and continue his daily tasks with remarkable precision, tending his garden, preparing herbs, and navigating treacherous mountain paths without hesitation. Years passed until one day, a young apprentice discovered the truth. The blindfold was not meant to block sight, but to awaken a deeper vision. Through this practice, Jen had learned to perceive the subtle energies that flow through all things, the whispered guidance of the universe that most overlook. Your journey through life mirrors this wisdom. True sight extends far beyond physical vision. The universe constantly communicates through patterns, coincidences, and moments of synchronicity that many dismiss as chance. These signs appear as recurring numbers, unexpected encounters, or sudden inspirations that guide your path. When you quiet external distractions, inner vision awakens. Like a radio tuning to the correct frequency, your awareness aligns with the universe's subtle messages. Each synchronicity serves as a cosmic confirmation, guiding you toward your highest good. Far across the ocean, a sailor named Jin faced a perilous journey through waters known for claiming countless ships. As storm clouds gathered and waves threatened to overwhelm his vessel, conventional navigation became impossible. Yet Jin remained calm, having learned to read the language of the stars. Even when clouds obscured the sky, he could sense their position, feeling their guidance like a compass in his heart. Through this deep attunement, he navigated safely to shore, understanding that guidance remains constant even when hidden from view. These sacred teachings illuminate your own path. Just as Jin trusted the stars' guidance through stormy seas, you can learn to recognize and trust the signs that appear in your life. Each synchronicity offers direction, confirmation, or gentle course correction. The practice of heightened awareness begins now. Set aside time each day to observe the subtle patterns in your life. Notice repeated themes in conversations, unexpected alignments of events, or sudden insights that feel significant. Record these observations in a dedicated journal, reflecting on their potential meaning and guidance. Through this practice, you develop the inner vision that reveals the universe's constant communication with you. Like Jen removing physical sight to awaken deeper perception, allow yourself to see beyond surface appearances. Trust that every meaningful coincidence carries a message, every synchronicity offers guidance, and every pattern points toward your highest path. When you cultivate this heightened awareness, you begin to recognize the universe's gentle whispers in the most ordinary moments. A chance encounter that leads to an opportunity, a recurring number that confirms your direction, or an unexpected delay that protects you from unseen circumstances. These subtle signs weave through your daily experience, creating an invisible tapestry of divine guidance that becomes clearer with each passing day. Part 2: The Deep Secrets of Reality. Chapter 11: Mental Alchemy. In a hidden chamber beneath an ancient city, the alchemist Thaddeus labored tirelessly over bubbling crucibles and mysterious formulas. For decades he had sought the legendary philosopher's stone, the key to transforming base metals into gold. Despite his vast knowledge of elements and compounds, success remained elusive. One night, exhausted from another failed attempt, Thaddeus collapsed into meditation. In that moment of surrender, understanding dawned. The transformation he sought wasn't about the metals at all. The real alchemy lay in transmuting the lead of negative thoughts into the gold of enlightened consciousness. The power of mental transmutation flows through all creation. Just as ancient alchemists understood that matter could be transformed, your thoughts possess the same potential for transformation. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth. This sacred art begins with awareness. Notice how your thoughts shape your reality, creating either barriers or bridges to your desires. Through conscious attention, you can transmute fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and limitation into possibility. In a distant kingdom, a young artist named Maya faced ridicule for her unconventional paintings. Each criticism felt like a wound, each rejection a burden. Yet one day, gazing at her collection of failed works, she saw something new. Instead of destroying them, she began weaving these failures together, creating a magnificent mosaic that told a story of persistence and growth. What others saw as mistakes became the very foundation of her masterpiece, and this wisdom speaks directly to your journey. Every experience, even those that appear negative, contains transformative potential. Like Maya, you hold the power to reshape your perspective, turning apparent failures into stepping stones toward success. The practice of mental transmutation calls you now. Choose one recurring negative thought that has held you back. Examine it closely, understanding its root and impact. Then, with deliberate intention, reshape this thought into an empowering belief. Let this new perspective take root in your consciousness, transforming your inner landscape just as surely as the alchemist's stone was said to transform lead into gold. Through this practice, you become the alchemist of your own experience, transmuting the base metals of limiting thoughts into the gold of infinite possibility. Chapter 12. Tuning into the infinite mind. High in the mountains, where the wind spoke ancient secrets to those who knew how to listen, lived a shepherd named Amara. Each day, she guided her flock through steep paths and rocky terrain, relying on her knowledge of the land. Yet one fateful evening, as storm clouds gathered ominously overhead, Amara found herself and her flock trapped in unfamiliar territory. As thunder crashed and visibility diminished, fear gripped her heart. In that moment of desperation, she remembered her grandmother's teaching. Be still and listen to the whispers of the divine in the wind. Closing her eyes, Amara quieted her racing thoughts. Gradually, within the howling wind, she discerned a subtle guidance, a gentle knowing that transcended her physical senses. Following this invisible thread of wisdom, she led her flock to safety through a hidden passage in the mountainside. The universe speaks in whispers, offering guidance through the still, small voice within. This infinite intelligence permeates all existence, waiting to guide those who learn to attune themselves to its frequency. Through stillness and receptivity, you access this boundless wisdom that knows no limitations of time or space. In the bustling streets of an ancient city lived Thomas, a musician whose melodies once felt forced and hollow. Night after night, he struggled to create music that moved the soul, until one evening, in frustration, he set aside his instruments and simply listened to the world around him. In the rhythm of footsteps, the pulse of marketplace chatter, and the dance of leaves in the breeze, he discovered an underlying harmony, a universal symphony playing beneath the surface of everyday life. From that day forward, Thomas no longer composed music. He simply allowed himself to become a vessel for the melodies already flowing through existence. His songs became legendary, touching hearts in ways his calculated compositions never could. These stories mirror the truth of your own connection to infinite intelligence. The same wisdom that guided Amara through the storm and flowed through Thomas's music flows through you. Each intuitive nudge, each moment of unexpected clarity, is the universe speaking directly to your consciousness. To deepen this connection, find a quiet space each day. For 10 minutes, sit in complete silence with a single question in your heart. Let go of the need to force an answer. Instead, allow your mind to become still, like the surface of an undisturbed lake. Watch as insights bubble up naturally from the depths of your being, carrying messages from the infinite intelligence that surrounds and flows through you. Chapter 13. The Sacred Geometry of Creation. In a city of ancient stone and whispered wisdom lived Yara, a master architect whose works were renowned throughout the land. While others built structures of mere functionality, Yara sought something deeper. Each morning she walked through gardens and forests, studying the unfurling of fern fronds and the arrangement of petals on flowers. One dawn, as sunlight filtered through morning dew, Yara noticed how a spider's web caught the light. Within its delicate strands, she recognized the same mathematical precision she had observed in the spiral of shells and the branching of trees. In that moment, her understanding transformed. Nature itself was the greatest architect, embedding sacred patterns into every aspect of creation. The universe speaks through geometry, weaving its wisdom into the very fabric of existence. From the dance of galaxies to the structure of a single snowflake, these divine patterns reveal the underlying order of creation. The spiral represents eternal growth and evolution. The circle embodies unity and wholeness. The golden ratio manifests perfect proportion and harmony. These are not mere abstract concepts, but living principles that guide the flow of energy and manifestation. When you align your creations with these sacred patterns, you tap into the natural rhythm of the universe itself. In a distant valley lived Chen, a humble gardener who struggled to cultivate life in resistant soil. One day, while observing how wildflowers arranged themselves in natural clusters, he noticed they followed specific patterns. Instead of fighting against the land, Chen began planting in spirals and circular arrangements that mimicked nature's design. His garden soon transformed into an oasis of abundance, each plant supporting the growth of others in perfect harmony. These patterns exist within your own life, guiding the flow of your manifestations, the spiral of growth in your personal journey, the cycles of learning and transformation, the golden ratio of balance between different aspects of your life, all reflect these universal designs. To deepen your connection with these sacred patterns, take time each day to draw a symbol of sacred geometry. As you trace the lines of a spiral or create a mandala, reflect on how this pattern appears in your life's journey. Let the rhythm of creation flow through your hand, allowing insights to emerge about the divine architecture of your own existence. Chapter 14. Facing the Shadow Within. In the misty highlands of an ancient realm, Sir Roland rode toward a mountain cave that locals whispered held untold mysteries. Tales spoke of a fearsome shadow being that guarded sacred treasures within. As Roland approached the cave's entrance, his torch cast dancing shadows on the rough walls. With each step deeper into the darkness, his heart pounded louder. Finally, he reached a chamber where the shadows seemed to gather and coalesce. There, a dark figure emerged, matching his movements perfectly. Roland raised his sword, but the figure mirrored him. In that moment of clarity, he realized the truth. He faced not an external enemy, but his own shadow, carrying all the fears and doubts he had tried to deny. The shadow work you undertake mirrors Roland's journey into the cave. Within your psyche lie aspects of yourself that you may have pushed into darkness, fears, doubts, and perceived weaknesses. These shadows hold tremendous power when acknowledged and integrated rather than feared or denied. Your greatest strength often lies hidden within what you fear most. Each shadow carries a gift, waiting to be unwrapped through acceptance and understanding. The very qualities you reject may hold the key to your transformation. In a distant valley lay a village destroyed by earthquakes, its buildings reduced to dark rubble. The villagers avoided the ruins, believing them cursed. One child, however, began digging through the debris, discovering golden artifacts and precious stones buried beneath. Soon the entire village joined in, transforming their fear of the ruins into an opportunity for renewal. Like these villagers, your shadows contain buried treasures. Each fear, each doubt, each aspect of yourself that you've hidden away holds potential for growth and transformation. By facing these elements of yourself, you begin to reclaim your power. To embrace this shadow work, take time to write down one fear or limiting belief that has influenced your path. Explore how this shadow has shaped your decisions and experiences. Then outline specific steps to integrate or release this aspect of yourself, remembering that within each shadow lies a gift waiting to be discovered. Chapter 15. The Temple of Silence. In a vast forest untouched by time, a weary traveler named Arjun wandered through ancient paths. For years he had searched for wisdom in scrolls and teachings, yet true understanding eluded him. As dawn broke through the canopy, he discovered a hidden clearing where stone steps ascended through morning mist. Following the steps, he found a temple unlike any other. No statues adorned its walls, no inscriptions marked its pillars. Instead, perfect silence filled its halls. As Arjun entered, the world outside fell away. In this profound stillness, something remarkable occurred. The silence itself began to speak. Not in words, but in pure understanding that flowed directly into his consciousness. He realized that all the wisdom he had sought existed in the space between thoughts, in the quiet moments between breaths. The 33rd degree knowledge reveals itself in silence. When the mind grows still, the universe speaks its truths directly to your soul. Like a clear pool of water, only in stillness can you see to its depths. This ancient understanding has been preserved through generations. That the greatest revelations come not from external searching, but from inner quiet. In a distant kingdom, there lived a sculptor named Maya who struggled to find inspiration for her masterpiece. She visited markets, studied other artists' works, and traveled to foreign lands, yet her vision remained clouded. One evening, exhausted from searching, she sat in her workshop in complete silence. As the noise of her thoughts subsided, shapes began to emerge in her mind's eye. Pure, perfect forms born from the quiet. In that stillness, she found the inspiration that had eluded her in all her seeking. Just as Maya discovered her vision in silence, your deepest truths await in moments of quiet contemplation. The answers you seek already exist within you, waiting to be revealed when the mind grows still. Each moment of silence opens a doorway to divine wisdom, allowing you to access the infinite intelligence that flows through all things. To access this wisdom, create your own temple of silence. Set aside 15 minutes each day for uninterrupted quiet. Find a peaceful space where you can sit undisturbed, focusing solely on your breath. As thoughts arise, observe them without attachment, allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky. In this sacred stillness, universal truths will begin to unfold naturally, revealing themselves in their own perfect time. Chapter 16. Your Inner Energy Field. In a secluded mountain valley, A healer named Amara sought to understand why some patients recovered swiftly while others lingered in illness. Despite her vast knowledge of herbs and remedies, something essential eluded her understanding. One night, as she meditated beneath the stars, her perception shifted. She began to see streams of light flowing through all living things, plants, animals, and humans alike. In that moment, she realized that health was not merely a physical condition, but a harmonious flow of energy. The universe operates through fields of energy that permeate all existence. Your physical body is surrounded by an intricate network of energy centers, each vibrating at its own frequency. These centers, known through the ages as chakras, influence every aspect of your life, from health to relationships to manifestation. When these energies flow freely and in balance, you naturally attract positive experiences and maintain vibrant well-being. Just as a musical instrument must be properly tuned to create beautiful melodies, your energy field must be harmonized to manifest your desires effectively. Blockages in this field can manifest as physical ailments, emotional disturbances, or obstacles in your path. By consciously working with these energies, you align yourself with the natural flow of universal forces. In a distant valley, a village faced years of drought as their once abundant river slowed to a trickle. The villagers tried everything to restore the flow, digging new channels, performing rituals, seeking advice from distant lands. Nothing worked until an elder recognized that the river's energy was blocked by years of accumulated debris and negative thoughts. The village gathered to clear both the physical and energetic obstacles. As they worked in harmony, the river's flow gradually restored, bringing prosperity back to the land. Like the village's river, your energy field responds to conscious attention and care. When you maintain awareness of your internal energy flow, you become attuned to subtle imbalances before they manifest as larger problems. This awareness allows you to adjust your vibration and maintain harmony with universal forces. To begin working with your energy field, find a quiet space and close your eyes. Imagine a brilliant white light entering through the crown of your head. Visualize this light flowing through your body, illuminating each energy center from top to bottom. See this light clearing any blockages it encounters, restoring balance and vitality to your entire being. Allow the light to expand beyond your physical form, creating a luminous field of energy around you. Maintain this visualization for several minutes, feeling the harmonious flow of energy through your entire system. Chapter 17. Unveiling the Divine Blueprint. In the ancient city of Ether, a traveler named Karim discovered a mysterious scroll hidden within the walls of an abandoned temple. As he unrolled the weathered parchment, he found not a conventional map of lands and seas, but an intricate pattern of interconnected symbols and pathways. Night after night, he studied the enigmatic markings until he realized the map wasn't showing him where to go, but who he was meant to become. Within the fabric of existence lies a divine blueprint, a sacred design unique to each soul. This cosmic architecture contains the seeds of your highest potential, the whispers of your true calling, and the pathway to your greatest fulfillment. Like stars arranged in perfect constellations, your talents, passions, and deepest yearnings form a celestial pattern that points toward your life's purpose. The universe speaks through your inner knowing, through the activities that make time dissolve, through the dreams that persist despite all logic. These are not random occurrences, but glimpses of your divine blueprint attempting to guide you toward alignment with your highest path. In a distant kingdom there lived a sculptor named Maya who received commissions from wealthy patrons but felt empty inside. One morning, she noticed a peculiar stone in her garden. As she began to work with it, her hands moved as if guided by an invisible force. She didn't plan or think. She simply followed the unseen design that seemed to emerge from within the stone itself. When finished, she had created something more beautiful than anything she'd made before. Other sculptors asked about her technique, but she could only say that she had finally learned to listen to the whispers of the stone. Your divine blueprint operates similarly, not through external instruction, but through inner guidance. When you align with this blueprint, life flows with natural grace and purpose. Resistance dissolves, and synchronicities multiply. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, guided by an intelligence greater than conscious thought. To connect with your divine blueprint, create a sacred space of stillness. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Allow your awareness to settle into your heart center. From this space of inner quiet, contemplate these questions. What activities bring you the greatest joy? What work makes you lose track of time? What dreams have persisted throughout your life? Write down 3 goals that emerge from this heart-centered reflection, knowing they are aligned with your soul's highest purpose. This practice opens the channel to your divine blueprint, allowing its wisdom to guide your path forward. Chapter 18, Reprogramming the Subconscious. In the heart of an ancient city, there lived an artist named Rumi who spent years seeking inspiration, yet produced only lifeless works. One night, in a dream, a mysterious figure appeared and whispered, "Your canvas mirrors your mind." Upon waking, Rumi began a new practice. Each morning, before touching his brushes, he would sit in meditation, visualizing his finished masterpiece with perfect clarity. Day after day, he held this vision, feeling the emotions it would evoke, experiencing the joy of its completion. Slowly, his blank canvas transformed, not just with paint, but with the very essence of his inner vision. The resulting work moved all who beheld it to tears, for they saw in it their own hidden dreams. The subconscious mind operates like a fertile garden, continuously growing whatever seeds are planted within it. Every thought, belief, and pattern you hold takes root in this sacred soil, flourishing into the reality you experience. Through conscious cultivation, using affirmations, visualization, and consistent practice, you can transform the landscape of your inner world. In the mountains of Tibet, a young scribe named Lin was tasked with rewriting ancient scrolls that contained timeless wisdom. As she carefully traced each character, she noticed how the repeated motion became automatic, requiring no conscious thought. Yet each repetition made the characters more beautiful, more precise. Through this practice, she understood that transformation occurs not through force, but through gentle, persistent dedication. Like Lin's practiced hand, your subconscious mind learns through repetition. Each affirmation you speak, each visualization you hold, creates new neural pathways. These pathways, strengthened through consistent practice, become the default patterns through which you experience and create your reality. The power to reprogram your subconscious lies in the art of conscious repetition. Choose a single affirmation that resonates with your deepest truth, one that feels both challenging and possible. For 21 days, speak this affirmation with feeling upon waking and before sleeping. Feel its truth in your body, visualize its manifestation in your life, and watch as your inner landscape transforms. Select an area of your life you wish to transform. Write a clear, positive affirmation in the present tense. For example, "I am confident and capable in all situations," or "abundance flows to me naturally and easily." For 21 consecutive days, repeat this affirmation 108 times each morning while holding the feeling of its fulfillment. Record your experiences and insights in a sacred journal, noting how your perception shifts as your subconscious mind embraces this new truth. Chapter 19. The Dance Between Action and Surrender. In a distant valley there lived a dancer named Maya, whose movements captivated all who watched. Yet her mastery came not from endless practice alone, but from understanding the sacred dance between effort and surrender. Each morning she would train with fierce dedication, perfecting every gesture and step. But as the sun set, she would close her eyes and let her body move freely, guided by an unseen force. It was in this balance that she found true artistry, knowing when to direct and when to flow. The path of manifestation follows this same divine rhythm. While the universe responds to your intentions and actions, it also requires moments of release, of trust, of allowing. Like a gardener who must both plant the seeds and trust in nature's timing, you are called to balance your will with wisdom. Along the shores of an ancient sea lived Omar, a fisherman known for his abundant catches. While others cast their nets randomly throughout the day, Omar studied the patterns of the tides, the movement of the stars, and the behavior of the fish. He learned that success came not from constant action, but from knowing when to act and when to wait. Some days he would sit quietly in his boat, observing and waiting for the perfect moment. Other days he would cast his net with swift precision. The villagers called him lucky, but Omar knew that his prosperity stemmed from dancing with the rhythms of nature rather than fighting against them. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey of creation. There are moments that call for bold action, for setting clear intentions, for taking decisive steps toward your dreams. Yet equally important are the moments of surrender, when you must release your grip on how things should unfold and trust in the universe's greater plan. To embody this balance, begin by identifying one goal that ignites your passion. Write it down with clarity and purpose. Then, create a mantra that expresses your trust in divine timing, such as, "I take inspired action and trust the universe to guide my path." Each morning, spend 5 minutes taking one small step toward your goal, followed by 5 minutes of complete surrender, repeating your mantra and releasing all attachment to the outcome. Through this practice, you align yourself with the natural flow of creation, the eternal dance of action and surrender that governs all manifestation. Chapter 20. Unlocking the Doors to Instant Manifestation. In the heart of an ancient city, there lived a wanderer named Karim who discovered a mysterious golden key. Unlike ordinary keys, this one seemed to shimmer with an inner light. As he traveled, Karim found that this key could unlock any door he encountered, not just physical doors, but doorways to possibilities that seemed impossible moments before. When you understand the deeper truths of manifestation, you realize that time and space are not the rigid constraints they appear to be. Just as Karim's key opened all doors, your consciousness holds the power to collapse the perceived distance between desire and manifestation. This mastery comes through perfect alignment of thought, feeling, and belief. The secret lies in transcending the illusion of time itself. When you hold a desire in your mind with such clarity and conviction that it feels real now, you create a bridge between possibility and reality. This is not merely positive thinking. It is the art of existing in the frequency of your desired outcome until physical reality has no choice but to reflect it. In a distant workshop, there lived an inventor named Elena who understood this principle intuitively. While others saw her ideas as impossible dreams, she held them in her mind with such vivid detail that they became real to her before they existed physically. She would sit with her inventions in meditation, experiencing them with all her senses until the boundary between imagination and reality dissolved. Through this unwavering faith, her creations manifested with remarkable speed, often appearing in ways that defied conventional timelines. This power dwells within you as well. Your consciousness is the key that opens every door, the force that shapes reality itself. When you align your entire being with your desire, when you live, breathe, and feel it as already accomplished, you step into the role of conscious creator. To activate this potential, choose one specific desire and find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and step fully into the experience of your desire as already manifested. Notice every detail, the sights, sounds, textures, and especially the emotions flowing through you. Feel the gratitude, joy, and peace of this reality. Spend time here daily, allowing yourself to become so familiar with this state that it feels more real than any perceived absence of your desire. Through this practice, you dissolve the illusion of separation between where you are and where you wish to be, allowing manifestation to occur with grace and speed. Part 3: The Mastery of Reality Shifting. Chapter 21: The Perspective of a Creator. In a sunlit studio nestled among ancient olive groves, there lived a painter named Sophia, who approached each blank canvas with reverence. While others saw emptiness, she perceived infinite possibility. Before touching brush to canvas, Sophia would spend hours in contemplation, her eyes closed, experiencing the completed masterpiece in her mind's eye. Only when the vision became so vivid she could almost touch it would she begin to paint. Through this practice, Sophia created works that seemed to breathe with life itself. Viewers often remarked that her landscapes felt more real than the physical world around them. When asked about her technique, she would smile and say, "I do not create. I simply reveal what already exists in the realm of pure potential." The power to transform reality lies not in the tools you use, but in your ability to shift from observing what is to envisioning what could be. Every moment presents a fresh canvas awaiting your creative touch. The universe responds not to what you see with your physical eyes, but to what you perceive with your inner vision. In the heart of a mountain village lived a sculptor named Marcus who worked with stone others had discarded. Where fellow artisans saw flaws and imperfections, Marcus perceived hidden treasures waiting to emerge. One day he discovered a rough boulder that others had deemed worthless. Yet within its coarse exterior, Marcus envisioned a magnificent eagle in flight. Day after day, he worked with unwavering focus, guided not by the stone's current form but by the majestic bird he knew dwelled within. As the sculpture neared completion, villagers gathered in amazement. The eagle appeared so lifelike that children whispered it might take flight at any moment. "How did you know this beauty lay within such an ordinary stone?" they asked. Marcus replied, "The eagle was always there. I simply chose to see it." Your life is the canvas upon which you paint, the stone from which you sculpt. Each challenge that appears before you is raw material waiting to be transformed by your creative vision. The power to reshape reality begins with the conscious choice to see beyond surface appearances to the infinite potential that lies within. Take a moment now to identify a situation in your life that appears challenging. Close your eyes and allow yourself to see beyond its current form. What masterpiece lies waiting to emerge from this raw material? Spend time each day holding this vision, feeling the emotions of its completion, knowing that through your creative power, this too shall be transformed into something extraordinary. Chapter 22: The Collective Energy Field. In a valley surrounded by towering peaks lived a scattered collection of families who struggled to survive the harsh mountain winters. Each household kept to itself, believing that self-reliance was the only path to survival. Yet as resources grew scarce, a wise elder named Anna gathered the villagers together and shared an ancient truth. When drops of water unite, they form a mighty river. Under Anna's guidance, the villagers began to work as one. They created communal gardens, shared their unique skills, and supported each other's dreams. As their unity grew stronger, something magical occurred. The gardens yielded more abundant harvest than any individual plot had before. Crafts and trades flourished as artisans collaborated, creating works of unprecedented beauty. Even the harsh winter winds seemed less bitter when faced together. When you align your energy with others who share your vision, the power of manifestation multiplies exponentially. Like streams flowing into a river, individual intentions merge to create a force far greater than the sum of its parts. This is the sacred principle of collective consciousness, a power that has built pyramids, raised temples, and transformed societies throughout the ages. In the distant mountains of the East, there lived a group of singers whose individual voices were unremarkable. Yet when they gathered at dawn to sing their morning prayers, their unified voices created harmonies so pure that travelers spoke of hearing celestial music carried on the wind. As their song resonated across the valleys, flowers bloomed out of season, and peace settled over all who heard their music. One day, a wandering musician asked the singers about their secret. The choir master smiled and said, "Alone, we are but whispers in the wind. Together, our voices reach the heavens. For when many hearts beat as one, the universe itself stops to listen." This wisdom applies to your own journey of manifestation. While individual practice holds great power, joining forces with others who share your aspirations creates a resonance that can move mountains. Whether through meditation circles, mastermind groups, or communities united in purpose, collective intention amplifies the creative force of the universe. The practice calls you to seek or create a circle of kindred spirits. Together, establish regular times to unite your intentions, whether through group meditation, shared affirmations, or collective visualization. As you gather, remember that each person's energy contributes to a greater whole, like instruments in an orchestra, creating a magnificent symphony. Chapter 23, The 33rd Degree Key. In the heart of a forgotten desert stood a temple, its weathered stones holding secrets passed down through millennia. A seeker named Kamal had journeyed for years, guided by ancient scrolls that spoke of ultimate wisdom hidden within. After days of meditation before the temple's sealed entrance, Kamal noticed how shadows cast by the setting sun revealed previously invisible symbols etched into the stone. As he traced these symbols with his fingertips, a hidden doorway materialized, leading to a chamber bathed in golden light. There, suspended in mid-air, floated a crystalline sphere that seemed to contain the very essence of creation itself. When Kamal gazed into its depths, he understood the greatest power lay not in seeking external forces, but in recognizing the divine spark within. The 33rd degree key represents the ultimate synthesis of all spiritual laws. It teaches that manifestation reaches its peak when three elements align perfectly: crystal clear visualization, complete emotional resonance, and absolute surrender to divine timing. Like a master locksmith who knows precisely how to turn a key, you must learn to harmonize these forces with unwavering precision. In the mountains of the north lived an astronomer named Maya, who spent years studying the dance of stars. One night, as she charted the movement of celestial bodies, she witnessed a remarkable alignment that revealed a pattern she had never seen before. In that moment of perfect cosmic harmony, Maya understood that just as the stars move in divine order, so too must our intentions align with universal forces. The crystalline sphere in the temple and the celestial alignment in Maya's discovery both point to the same truth. When you bring your thoughts, emotions, and actions into perfect harmony with universal law, you step into a state of infinite potential. This alignment activates the 33rd degree key, opening doorways to manifestation that transcend ordinary limitations. For your practice, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and envision a massive golden door before you, its surface etched with ancient symbols of power. Feel the warmth emanating from it, calling you forward. As you approach, notice how the symbols begin to glow with an inner light that resonates with your very being. Place your hand upon the door and feel its energy flowing into you, transforming every cell of your body with divine potential. As the door slowly opens, allow yourself to be bathed in golden light, knowing you have accessed the threshold of unlimited creation. Maintain this visualization for several minutes, allowing the transformation to complete naturally. Chapter 24. Infinite Possibilities Unfolding. In a forgotten valley, there lived a gardener named Zara who inherited a small plot of barren land. While others saw only dusty earth, Zara saw infinite potential. She collected seeds from every corner of the world, flowers from distant mountains, herbs from ancient forests, and vegetables from fertile plains. Without knowing which would flourish, she planted them all with equal care and attention. As seasons passed, something extraordinary unfolded. Plants that had never grown together began to thrive in unexpected harmony. Delicate flowers supported climbing vines, while tall trees provided shade for tender seedlings. The garden became a testament to the power of embracing all possibilities. Life presents endless opportunities in each moment, much like seeds waiting to be planted. The universe offers countless paths, each holding unique potential for growth and transformation. When you remain open to these possibilities, you allow abundance to flow naturally into your experience. Just as Zara's garden flourished through diversity, your life expands when you welcome unexpected opportunities. Every interaction, every challenge, and every seemingly ordinary moment contains seeds of potential waiting to bloom. In the distant port of Meridian, a sailor named Hassan discovered this truth in his own way. While other ships followed established trade routes, Hassan learned to read subtle signs in the stars, winds, and waves. One night, when storm clouds obscured his familiar celestial guides, he noticed how seabirds flew in unusual patterns. Following their lead, he discovered a safe passage and a hidden harbor rich with rare treasures. Hassan's journey mirrors your own path through life. When you remain receptive to guidance, whether it appears as an unexpected invitation, a chance encounter, or an inner knowing, you open yourself to extraordinary possibilities. The universe speaks through countless channels, offering direction to those willing to listen. These stories reveal a fundamental truth. Abundance flows most freely to those who remain open to its many forms. Like Zara's diverse garden and Hassan's willingness to follow unexpected signs, you possess the ability to recognize and embrace opportunities in every moment. To integrate this wisdom into your daily life, begin a practice of grateful awareness. Each evening, take a moment to record 3 unexpected opportunities that appeared during your day. These might be as simple as a conversation that opened new possibilities, or as significant as an unforeseen path to your goals. Write them down with genuine appreciation, acknowledging how the universe constantly presents new seeds of potential for your growth. Chapter 25. Mastering the Art of Detachment. In a village among rolling hills, a young girl named Maya received a beautiful kite from her grandmother. Each morning, Maya would run to the highest hill, desperately trying to control the kite's every movement. Despite her efforts, the kite struggled and dipped, never reaching the heights she imagined. One day, her grandmother shared ancient wisdom. The kite's true dance begins when you trust the wind. Following this guidance, Maya loosened her grip. To her amazement, the kite soared higher than ever before, painting graceful arcs across the sky as it responded to the natural flow of air currents. When you cling tightly to your desires, you create resistance that prevents their natural unfolding. Like Maya's kite, your dreams require space to dance with the universe's rhythm. True manifestation flows from a place of trust rather than control. This sacred principle reveals itself in countless ways. Consider how a flower blooms, not through force, but through surrender to its natural timing. The same law governs your manifestations. When you release your grip on specific outcomes, you allow the universe to orchestrate circumstances beyond your limited perspective. In the ancient city of Ethoria, there lived a sculptor named Kai, who spent years learning this truth. While other artisans approached their marble with rigid plans, Kai simply listened to the stone. As his chisel moved with gentle acceptance, extraordinary forms emerged, forms more beautiful than any he could have planned. One day, a wealthy merchant commissioned Kai to create the finest sculpture in the land. Instead of anxiously forcing his vision, Kai approached the marble with peaceful detachment. "The masterpiece already exists within," he would say. "I merely remove what conceals it." Through this practice of surrender, he revealed a sculpture of such beauty that it brought tears to all who beheld it. Your life is like both Maya's kite and Kai's sculpture. When you release the need to control every detail, you allow divine intelligence to work through you. This doesn't mean abandoning your dreams. Rather, it means trusting in their perfect unfolding. To embrace this wisdom, sit in peaceful contemplation and identify one desire you've been holding too tightly. Write it down with care. Then, close your eyes and consciously release it to the universe while repeating this ancient mantra. I trust in divine timing and release all attachment to outcomes. Feel the freedom that comes with surrender, knowing that what's meant for you will manifest in its perfect moment. Chapter 26. Anchoring the New Reality. In a distant realm, there lived an architect named Raphael, who dreamed of building the most magnificent cathedral ever seen. While others rushed to create grand designs, Raphael understood a deeper truth. Each morning, he would arrive at the construction site and carefully place a single stone, ensuring it aligned perfectly with those around it. "Why do you move so slowly?" other builders would ask. Raphael would smile and continue his methodical work. "Each stone must find its home," he would say, "for the cathedral rises not through haste, but through harmony." As seasons passed, something remarkable occurred. While other structures crumbled from hasty construction, Raphael's cathedral grew steadily skyward, each stone supporting those above it with unwavering strength. The finished cathedral stood as a testament to the power of patient, consistent action. Your manifestations follow this same principle. Grand visions take root through steady, nurturing actions. Each small step you take builds the foundation for lasting transformation. In the verdant valleys of the East, a farmer named Chen inherited a barren plot of land. Instead of seeking quick results, Chen understood the wisdom of patient cultivation. Each day, he would tend to his young saplings, speaking to them softly while providing water and care. Others mocked his gentle approach, But Chen remained steadfast in his practice. "A mighty orchard grows from countless small moments of attention," he would say. After years of daily devotion, his land transformed into a flourishing orchard that fed the entire village. The trees, nurtured through consistent care, produced the sweetest fruit anyone had tasted. These ancient teachings reveal a fundamental truth. Lasting transformation requires regular tending. Like Raphael's cathedral and Chen's orchard, your manifested desires need steady nurturing to fully bloom in physical reality. Choose one practice that aligns with your desired reality. Perhaps it's morning meditation, gratitude journaling, or mindful walking. Commit to this ritual daily, knowing that each small action builds the foundation of your transformation. Write down your chosen practice and perform it at the same time each day for 40 days, allowing it to become as natural as breathing. Chapter 27, Flowing with the Cosmic Rhythm. In the ancient city of melody, there lived a musician named Aria who struggled to create music that moved hearts. Despite her technical mastery, something essential eluded her grasp. One evening, as she sat frustrated by her instrument, she noticed the gentle swaying of trees outside her window, the rhythm of crickets, and the soft pulse of starlight. Closing her eyes, Aria began to listen, not to create music, but to receive it. She discovered that the universe itself played an eternal symphony. The wind whispered melodies, raindrops tapped rhythms, and even silence carried its own sacred song. From that moment, Aria stopped forcing her music and instead allowed herself to become an instrument of the cosmic orchestra. Her compositions transformed, touching souls in ways she never imagined possible. She had discovered that true mastery comes not from controlling the music, but from flowing with its natural rhythm. Like Aria, you too are part of this universal symphony. Abundance flows naturally when you attune yourself to its rhythm rather than forcing your own timing. In the coastal village of Pearl Bay lived Santos, a young surfer who spent years fighting against the waves, attempting to bend them to his will. Each day ended in exhaustion and frustration until an elder watched his struggles and shared a simple truth. The wave knows its path. Your task is not to conquer it, but to dance with it. Santos began studying the patterns of the ocean, feeling its pulse, and learning its rhythms. Instead of battling the waves, he learned to read their movements and flow with their energy. Soon, he glided effortlessly across the water, becoming one with its motion. Other surfers marveled at his grace, but Santos knew he had simply learned to surrender to the natural flow. This wisdom applies to every aspect of your life. When you resist the natural flow of events, you create unnecessary struggle. By observing and aligning with life's rhythms, you discover an effortless path to manifestation. Tomorrow, from sunrise to sunset, observe how events unfold naturally in your life. Notice moments when you resist the flow and moments when you move with it. In your journal, record these observations, paying special attention to how different each experience feels. Ask yourself, how can I flow with this situation rather than against it? Let each entry serve as a stepping stone toward greater alignment with the universe's natural rhythm. Chapter 28. The Unified Field of Oneness. In the misty peaks of the ancient mountains, a traveler named Yun climbed through swirling clouds, seeking wisdom. As dawn broke on the highest summit, the mists parted, revealing a sight that transformed his understanding forever. Before him stretched not just the landscape, but the very fabric of existence itself, a shimmering tapestry of golden threads connecting every blade of grass, every stone, every cloud, and every star. In that moment of clarity, Yun witnessed how each breath he took rippled through this cosmic web, how every thought sent vibrations across the infinite network of light. He saw that no action existed in isolation. Each movement, each choice, each intention wove itself into the greater pattern of creation. The universe reveals itself as an intricate dance of interconnected energies, where separation is merely an illusion. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take reverberates through the unified field of consciousness. Like ripples in a pond, your energy extends far beyond your perceived boundaries. In a sheltered grove beneath ancient trees lived a spider named Lao. Unlike other spiders who rushed to complete their webs, Lao worked with deliberate awareness, understanding that each strand affected the whole. As morning dew gathered on the silken threads, the web revealed its true nature, not just a tool for sustenance, but a mirror of universal harmony. Each intersection point reflected light differently, yet all were essential to the web's strength and beauty. Through this divine understanding, you begin to recognize your role in the cosmic dance. Every choice becomes a thread in the universal tapestry, every interaction an opportunity to strengthen the bonds that unite all life. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Begin by focusing on your breath, allowing your awareness to expand with each inhale. Imagine a point of golden light in your heart, pulsing with your heartbeat. Watch as threads of light extend from this center, reaching out in all directions. See these threads connecting you to everything around you, the earth beneath, the sky above, every person, animal, plant, and star. Feel how your energy flows through these connections, and how the energy of all creation flows back to you. Remain in this space of unity for several minutes, experiencing yourself as an integral part of the infinite web of life. Chapter 29. The Never-Ending Journey of Growth. In the heart of an ancient valley, a traveler named Rahi embarked on a quest to find the legendary City of Light. Each morning he would study his map, calculating the distance to his destination. Yet as days turned to weeks, something unexpected began to unfold. The wildflowers along the path caught his attention, their colors more vibrant than any he had imagined. The songs of birds became sweeter, the conversations with fellow travelers more meaningful. One evening, as he watched the sunset paint the sky in hues he had never noticed before, Rahi realized that these moments of beauty and discovery were the true treasure he sought. The path of transformation unfolds like an endless spiral, each turn revealing new depths of understanding. There is no final destination, no ultimate achievement that marks the end of growth. Instead, the magic lies in the continuous unfolding of awareness, in the daily practice of presence and wonder. Just as a river never stops flowing, your journey of consciousness continues to expand and deepen. Each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, each insight a stepping stone to greater understanding. The joy is not in reaching a particular point, but in the continuous dance of becoming. In a secluded valley lived a gardener named Maya, who tended to an ever-changing landscape. Rather than seeking to create a perfect, unchanging garden, she embraced the cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. In spring, she welcomed new shoots breaking through the soil. In summer, she celebrated the abundance of blooms. In autumn, she honored the falling leaves, and in winter, she appreciated the quiet rest beneath the snow. Through every season, Maya found joy not in completing her garden, but in participating in its endless transformation. Your spiritual journey mirrors this natural rhythm of growth. There is no endpoint where you will have arrived, no final achievement that marks completion. Instead, each day offers fresh opportunities to expand your understanding, to deepen your connection with the universal flow. Take time now to reflect on your journey of transformation. In your journal, write about 3 significant insights or changes you've experienced recently. How have these shifts expanded your understanding? What new questions or possibilities have emerged? Then write about how you intend to nurture your continued growth. What practices will you maintain? What new aspects of yourself are you curious to explore? Remember, the joy lies not in reaching a destination, but in embracing the endless adventure of becoming. Chapter 30. Your Life as a Sacred Masterpiece. In a sun-drenched studio high in the mountains, an artist named Amara worked on a vast tapestry. Each morning, she would select her threads with careful intention, understanding that every choice would influence the final masterpiece. Some days she wove with golden threads of joy, other days with deep blues of contemplation. When mistakes occurred, she didn't unravel her work, but incorporated these apparent flaws into new patterns, transforming them into unexpected beauty. Life flows as your own sacred tapestry, each thought, action, and choice a thread in the grand design. You hold the power to weave your reality with conscious intention, selecting the colors of your experience through your focus and energy. Every moment offers an opportunity to create with purpose, to infuse your life with meaning and beauty. Just as an artist selects their materials with care, you choose the elements that compose your life's masterpiece. Your thoughts form the foundation, your actions the bold strokes, and your intentions the subtle shading that brings depth to the whole. Through conscious creation, you transform ordinary moments into expressions of divine purpose. In a quiet village lived a potter named Kai, who spent his days shaping clay into vessels of extraordinary beauty. One day, a child watched him work and asked why he took such care with each piece. Kai smiled and explained that within the formless clay lay infinite possibilities. Through his attention and intention, he helped reveal the beauty waiting to emerge. As his hands moved with practiced care, the clay responded to his touch, taking shape according to his vision, while honoring the natural properties of the material. This wisdom speaks directly to your own creative power. Your life responds to your touch, shaped by your beliefs and expectations, while flowing with natural laws. Each day presents fresh clay, ready to be molded by your conscious intention. You need not force or struggle, but rather align your vision with the natural flow of universal energy. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and envision your life as a magnificent work of art in progress. What colors dominate your canvas? What patterns emerge? Now take your journal and write your personal mission statement, a declaration of your life as a masterpiece in creation. Begin with the words, "My life is," and let your heart guide your pen. Write about the essence you wish to express, the impact you desire to make, and the beauty you choose to create. This statement becomes your North Star, guiding your daily choices as you weave the tapestry of your existence. Conclusion. In the heart of an ancient grove where time seemed to pause between heartbeats, a magnificent phoenix made its nest among the stars. For 1,000 years it had soared through the celestial spheres, gathering wisdom from the cosmos. As the moment of transformation approached, the phoenix embraced the sacred flames that would reduce its physical form to ashes, knowing that within this apparent ending lay the seed of a new beginning. From these ashes, golden light began to pulse, growing stronger with each beat, until it burst forth in a brilliant display of cosmic energy. The phoenix emerged, more radiant than before, its wings painted with the colors of infinite possibility. In this renewal, It carried forward all the wisdom of its past while embracing the potential of its future. You have walked a similar path through these sacred teachings. Like the phoenix, you have transformed through the fire of ancient wisdom, emerging with the power to create your reality anew. The 33rd degree knowledge now flows through your consciousness, a living force that connects you to the infinite intelligence of the universe. This knowledge, the understanding of thought as creative force, the power of emotional alignment, the wisdom of universal laws, has always existed within you. These teachings merely awakened what your soul has known through countless lifetimes. You now stand at the threshold of infinite possibility, armed with practices and principles that transcend time. As you close these pages, remember that this ending marks a beginning. The real work of creation unfolds in each moment, in every choice, in all the ways you apply these timeless truths. Let each breath remind you of your creative power, each heartbeat affirm your connection to universal wisdom. The torch of this sacred knowledge now burns bright within you. Its light will guide you through whatever challenges arise, illuminating the path to your highest aspirations. As you move forward, carry these teachings not as mere concepts, but as living truth expressed through your being. Stand now in your power and declare, "I am the creator of my destiny, aligned with the infinite truths of the universe." Let these words resonate through every cell of your being, awakening the divine creator within. The wisdom of the ages flows through you, and the universe stands ready to manifest your conscious intentions. Your journey continues, infinite in its potential, guided by the eternal principles you now embody. The phoenix rises, and so do you, renewed and empowered to shape the masterpiece of your existence. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.